Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica and I am back with another video to impact your natural hair journey. Now in today's video, as you can already tell by the title, I'll be showing you guys how I trim my hairs without heat. I'm making this video because one, to have a healthy natural hair, you have to avoid heat as much as possible. And two, you have to trim your ends regularly. If you are confused as to where I'm going with this talk, don't worry, I'll clarify you in a second. To have a healthy natural hair, you are advised to trim your ends regularly, like every 3 months or every 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, some say a year. There are a lot of philosophies concerning that, which I won't go into because if I do that, we won't leave here on time. Now, to trim your ends, the popular way is to blow dry your hair first of all, which is heat number one. But that heat is still manageable because it's not every time that people have get heat damage from blow drying the hair. Then secondly, you have to flat iron your hair. Now that is where the problem is. 70% of the time when people flat iron their hair, they end up having heat damage, which is, we all know what that is. Please don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to talk down those people who blow dry their hair and flat iron it to trim it. In fact, the idea behind it is to make your hair as straight as possible, because if your hair is straight, it will be easy for you to trim it off and you are sure that you've done that effectively, or should I say efficiently. The thing with flat iron is that if you don't get a good one, you end up burning your hair. Don't think you're going to see flames, but by the time your curl patterns start messing up and stuff like that, you know that your hair is damaged. And let me just put this out there, for those people who love to wear their natural hair straight, make sure that the flat iron you're using has heat control. I think that's the new type of flat iron that they make, flat irons that they make now. So I think the idea behind it is that once it gets too hot for your hair, there is a cooling system, I don't know, that cools the iron down so it doesn't burn your hair. But still, while doing that, you still have to be careful. Because of the do's and don'ts of using the hair dryer or flat iron, people came up with the idea of stretching your hair without heat, which is what I am here to teach you guys. So the whole idea surrounding stretching your hair without heat is that you air dry your hair while using something to stretch it. If you are confused, don't worry, I will show you that very soon. Before I go to see a video, I want to say a big welcome to those who have visited my channel for the first time. You are very much welcome. Please make sure you are subscribed and your post notification is turned on to get notified whenever I post a new video. And for everyone, please make sure to like this video. Now here are the things I'll be using for this process. The first thing I'll be using is my tangle teaser. Here it is. And secondly, I'll be using my small tooth comb. I know I tell people not to use this to comb their hair, but while trying to trim your ends, this comb is very important because you want to make sure that your hair is smooth. There are no knots somewhere up the strands of your hair or the section you brought out. So this comb is important, and I would advise you to get a rat tail comb so you can use it to part your hair. But if you don't have it, you can get something that helps with part your hair, even if it's a biro. And before I forget, if you don't have a tangle teaser, you can use a white tooth comb, no problem. The next tool I'll be using is my paper scissors. You're actually supposed to use a hair scissors, but I couldn't get it because of the lockdown. Not all stores are open, so this was the better alternative. Please try as much as possible not to use this type of scissors. When I started trimming my hair, so what I was using, but this scissors is bad for your hair because it's a heavy duty scissors and your strands are big, or let's say they are light. So these scissors will only end up giving you more split ends rather than cutting off the split end. So that's why you need either a hair scissors or paper scissors that are light, so they are not pressing your strands and splitting it and so many grammars surrounding that. The next thing that is needed is this. It is very important. I'll be using this to stretch my hair. My plan was to get this African rubber thread, but I couldn't find mine. What some people do is that they get these tiny ribbons that they use to tie their hair down. It's a very stressful and expensive method, so that's why I use this. If you have sewing thread, you can use it. No one is going to penalize you for it. Now the last thing I will be using is my oil. Right now I just washed my hair and I don't have any products in it, which is very important whenever you're stretching your hair, whether you're using your blow dryer or your hair stretcher or this heatless method, it is important that you don't have any products in your hair so that it won't weigh your hair down. But right now you're trying to stretch your hair out, so anything going into your hair is going to weigh it down. But because I don't want my hair to be dry and brittle, that's why I'm using okay, enough of all that. As usual, I will do some on camera, do the rest off camera, and I'll be back to show you guys the final results. A little disclaimer, at the end of it you will be looking like a village girl, but still it's worth it. Just losing a section, I'll be doing this in front of you guys. You can apply your oil at this stage or after you section your hair. So obviously I won't be plaiting this strand down because it won't stretch my hair properly, so I'll be parting my hair into smaller sections, not really small sections, just okay, let me call it medium size sections. So whichever time you want to apply your oil, you're free to. You won't be penalized for it. It's a free world. Alright guys, I just detangled this section after applying oil to it. What I will do now is to section my hair into medium sized sections. I'm done parting my hair. You can see my sections, they are not big. Then I went ahead and cut out the wools I'll be using. Now please make sure that you're cutting your wool with another scissors, not the scissors you cut for your hair. In fact, the scissors that you get for your hair, whether it's a hair scissors or a paper scissors, please keep it somewhere, store it somewhere. Just label it as hair scissors, whether it's paper scissors or hair scissors. Just label it as hair scissors and don't touch it. Don't use it for anything aside from your hair so that it doesn't get blunt. So what I'm going to do right now is taking down my sections, detangling it again with my tangle teaser, then running through it with my white suit comb. And please, before I go on, if while combing this comb you notice big knots or that your hair is beginning to get tangled, please just stop, pick your tangle teaser and detangle it again. Don't use this for big knots because you end up cutting your hair. So guys, I had to get this comb, this small tooth, please ignore this, because this one was, the mouth was just too tiny. It was tangling my hair and messing up my strands. So I had to look for an alternative. Alright guys, so now I'm satisfied that I'm done with all the knots in my hair. Not actually all, because you know our virgin hair can be very funny. This minute it is very detangled. No, not this minute. This second it is very detangled. Then the next millisecond everything changes. But right now, at least I'm sure it's okay. So let's go to the final stage for this section. So this is my wool. Oh shit, I can't show you guys the length, but this is okay. This is the length. I didn't make it long because if you make it long, you end up giving yourself punishment. It will be difficult for you to handle. It will be too long. It will be catching up. It will be tying up other parts of your hair. An experience to explain it better for you. So, but I don't think you want to experience it because it's very frustrating. You end up having to cut it. So just help yourself. At the beginning, make it short. And please try not to hold your hair tightly. Alright guys, I'm done for now. I'm going to leave this in for some hours, then take them down individually and trim my ends. One advice I will give you guys is if you want to do this, try to do it at night. It's just that it's going to take a lot of your sleeping hours. I think I spent 3 hours or more doing this. So you're going to take your sleeping time, but you're better off doing it this way, especially when you do it on soaking wet hair. So the during the waiting time, you can just sleep and enjoy yourself. You wake up, so you work. So I will see you guys in a second when I am taking this down.
2 days later.
I already took down some sections to do a length check for a video I did on the 2 weeks rice water challenge. There's a link in the description box that will take you to that video if you're interested. So after taking down a section, what I did was to detangle my hair with a tangle scissor and with a small tooth comb. After that, I go ahead to make smaller sections so that I can trim my ends properly. For me, I barely have split ends, so what I'm concentrating on is to make my ends even, to give it a fuller look and to reduce breakage. So this is how a split end looks like. It's basically your ends dividing in two. Here you guys can see how uneven and light my ends look. After identifying where I want to trim, I will go ahead and detangle it with a small tooth comb again, then get my scissors and trim it off. If after trimming you notice that you still have split ends or that your ends are uneven, you can go back and trim it again. So here you guys can see how full my ends look. After trimming, you can go ahead to twist the section or do whatever it is you want to do with it. So these are basically the steps involved in trimming your ends. In a minute, you will see how smoothly I can now comb my hair. Previously, after detangling my section, I still have to pause to detangle my ends specially, but now I can comb through it without pausing. But that doesn't mean that you should be harsh on your ends though. So years back, how I trimmed my ends was that for each medium section, I would twist it up and trim it in that state. So I tried to repeat the same process to know if I would get the same results, but I didn't. I noticed that when I took down the twist, there were still some uneven strands. Alright guys, I'm done trimming my ends. If you're okay with this form of straightness, please go ahead and adopt the heatless stretching method. But if you still want your hair to be bone straight, no problem, you can use your flat iron, but please make sure you're careful. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you're still not yet subscribed, kindly do that and like the video. I love you all. Bye.